Hey guys, and welcome back, finally, to the Daily Hard Challenge in Flamebreak. So let's get into it here. Finally back from my trip. Good news is that I'm back from my trip. Bad news is I feel a really bad sore throat coming on, so I'm going to do at least this video and then hopefully be able to continue. So this seems like a pretty cool setup. We've got the musket, which has a 25% chance to stun on hit and do bonus damage when it does that. We've got Unyielding Charge, which is one of my favorite abilities. It's really cool. It makes you invulnerable for a little while and charges toward an enemy and attacks the enemies that you touch when you're doing that. So it's boom. And then, so the only thing lacking about that is, like, it really feels like you should have a stun with that, right? Because then you're just going to be in the middle of a bunch of enemies. Never fear, we've got two of them. We've got this, which is basically Magnus's RP, Cyclone. That will take all of the enemies around us within that blue circle and put them wherever we put the cursor within that blue circle again. So if I like stand with that guy over there and I go boop, then he'll go all the way over there. And yeah, that's pretty sweet. So we can usually is what I was about to say. We can either use the Q as an initiation to get in there to RP and then stun everything and then just like shoot them down, or we can first RP, get them all in one place, then Q through them to deal AoE damage to all of them, then stun them all. This is a pretty cool setup. I'm pretty excited about it. So let's go ahead and start out on a hazard square, get ourselves some bonus loot. And yeah, just RP those guys into a meteor. Perfect. I'm going to call that RP forever, by the way. Sorry if that's confusing for non-Dota players, but RP is a pretty big ultimate skill that can really turn the game around, taking everybody on the enemy team and putting them in one area to be focused down by AoE damage from the other members of your team is pretty strong. Alright, so what do we do here? We want attack damage, I think. Like, primarily we want attack damage because Unyielding Charge is going to scale with that. Our Earth Slam does not do any damage whatsoever. Cyclone does some damage and will scale with our skill power, but that's going to be a minor part of our damage. We're going to want attack damage, and we're also going to want attack speed, because if we have a lot of damage, that's going to scale well with attack speed, and the musket scales well with attack speed. So, we're going to grab the broadsword, get ourselves some health and some damage right off the bat here. We don't really need anything else. I don't tend to like buying stuff like that because I just don't go through enough telescopes. That might be, you know, a high-level strat to do that. I would never know, but I just don't do it, so... yeah, this is pretty sweet so far. What are we gonna want with this? I think, like, #1 dream item or item set is going to be the one that makes damage echo to nearby enemies, because basically, like, anytime you have Cyclone, that set is going to be the greatest thing in the world, because if you hit one of those enemies, it's going to echo to every single other one and just do massive AoE damage. Basically, anything you can land an RP on will die, as long as you land it on more than, like, 1 or 2 dudes. And if you get 3 dudes together and then echo all their damage together, like, that was the wrong abilities, but that's okay. Yeah, they will die. Alright, so let's get in here, RP. This is sweet as hell, man. Yeah, just cleave all those guys down. The spread shot of the musket really does well with this. I just charged through that projectile if you didn't catch that, so I didn't take any damage from it. Sweet. Yeah, that was fun. Alright, this is a good return to the Flamebreak Daily. This is the kind of run that I would, like, make up for myself. Just took some stupid damage there, but that's okay. Need to be more on top of actually using my abilities probably, but I was too concerned about dodging the muskets. I'm also going to be out of practice terribly now that I'm, now that I haven't really played much. I should definitely not have used both of my stuns like that. It should not be stacking stuns. We should be using them, separately to prevent as much damage as possible. Not like that though. Probably should not miss our stuns if we can avoid it. The other thing I really like about RP is that if you're an exceptionally, high-level player, which I, am not usually, but every once in a while you can make a sick play where there's an environmental hazard and you can just pull dudes into it and kill them with it because they get stunned on top of that hazard. Oh man, this is pretty great. Get everybody together, stun them, and unload on them. Works pretty well. Just like my Japanese animes. I don't know what I mean by that. Alright. Cool. Cool. So, hoping to start picking up some sets soon so that we can, start on our road to ultimate power. Man, everything's stunned for so long because, like, not only do we have our 2 different stuns, but we also have a 25% chance to stun on hit. So once we get an enemy stunned, it's very unlikely for it ever to stop being stunned. I want to get on the other side of this guy. Man, that guy has some range. I did not expect that to hit me. Just get away from me. Oh boy. I want this guy to be on the other side of me so that he will tank all this shit for me. There we go. That wasn't an ideal fight, but we won. Alright, here we go. Jeweler. Ah, baby. Stormguard Amulet is really, really good, just for any build, because it's basically the Holy Mantle from Isaac if you get that full set, plus it does damage whenever you proc it. It's great. Berserker's Amulet. That might actually be pretty good with this build, to be honest with you. You know what? I'm going to go for all of these, and we'll just see what we can get. So let's see here. We need Blacksmith, one more thing from a Jeweler, but almost exclusively Blacksmith. So we're going to heavily prioritize pathing toward a Blacksmith if we have a choice between the two. I do not think that I can kill everything here. It would be so ballsy to try. So I could very easily just let gold get away by trying to do that. Yeah, this is not the greatest goblin fighting or goblin killing build of all time. The nice thing is we have that big AoE stun and several stuns to just stop dudes from taking our gold, so we don't have to worry about anything getting away. It would be incredibly poor play if I let any leave, but as far as killing them all that quickly, I don't know. I don't think we have the chops for that. You really need high damage to do that. I'm just kind of scouting around for a shop here. I'm really uncomfortable with the amount of health that I have. Proctus is a totally fine god, so I'm gonna, maybe try. I need to start staggering my stuns a little bit better. I keep on like using them like right at one after another, but really I can keep everything stunned for an incredibly long time if I just I'm a little bit more judicious with that. Let's check out this place. Hey, the Stormguard helmet. We almost certainly want to buy that. No, let's just... Oh, baby. 65 attack damage is insanely good. That's we have 161 right now, so you can do the math on that. Double skill power, but increases cooldowns would be the worst thing. We definitely don't want that. Necros's Favor would be totally alright, but we're certainly going to get Stormguard helmet and Spiked Flail, and then go from there. Let's hope that there's a shop coming up here somewhere. Otherwise, we're gonna have to blow a foolish lack of stun stacking again. But we might have to blow a hey, there we go. Health potion. But I think we can do one more of these. I'm feeling pretty confident that we're not just gonna get destroyed here. I would feel awful if I threw this run in such a way, but we're just gonna do this and then hit that shop and buy ourselves a cheese and some other treats if we can. I was hoping that there would be a health potion here because only having one is a little bit scary on a daily. I would rather be a little bit more safe than that. That's okay. We got full health for 10, which is a pretty good deal for how little health I had, especially. So bosses, our combo is a little different. We just want to keep this guy incapacitated for as long as possible. Oh man, that was poor. Yeah, I can use every single one of my attacks to interrupt this guy's attacks. Oh, I used it while he was invincible. So, any damage I took there was completely unforgivable. It was actually, I got stuck in the musket balls a little bit. It wasn't that bad, but it was a pretty easy boss since I can just interrupt every single well-telegraphed attack that he does. This is like the worst champion enemy, because this guy's whole thing is he's not that great initially, but then he eats his friends to become more powerful, but his friends are ghosts, they can't die, so he was pretty ineffective there. Alright. So by the way, how have you guys been this week? I had a really good time in Virginia. There's an upcoming podcast where you can hear a story about how I totally ruined a milkshake in a way that you won't believe, so you should check that out this Sunday. If you haven't been listening to Game Not Game, I can recommend it. It's just really fun conversations with Zen. It's the kind of shit where like we always end up digressing in head-to-head, but we don't have the focus to actually carry out our conversations. So it's really nice having a podcast where we can have those insane conversations and take them wherever they lead. So if you're a fan of the head-to-head series and the commentary therein, then I think you'll enjoy the podcast. It doesn't get the viewership that I would hope for, but you know, that's understandable. It doesn't have any gameplay, you know, there's no hook, but it's actually pretty fun, I think. Just make sure everybody stays stunned up so that nobody can steal our leprechaun gold. And what we got here? Just 3 Proctus. Kind of would love to hit that Halaran altar and then like make our way back over to the blacksmith, but I also really want to see if the blacksmith can finish up our thing. You know what we're gonna do like that. Some Halaran favor would be really excellent if we can make it happen. Oh boy. Halaran though, most annoying altar. Also, some of the most annoying enemies to have at a Halaran altar. Because this guy's just going to eat his friend's corpse. Ah, nope, kept him stunned with the bash procs. Alright, we could head over to the bazaar, but this is getting kind of scary in terms of us actually making it to the blacksmith. So we're going to finish our little loop-de-doodle as planned. Oh man, he still got his attack off even though I was RPing him. He was like mid-RP when he shot me. This is another situation where if I was a smart player, I would be pushing and pulling this guy into fire all the time. Yeah, just get in there. Oh, I missed. I'm not a smart player. Alright. We killed him. We got our gold. Kind of tempting to dust here, but let's just head in the normal way. Ah, shit, we didn't get the last Stormguard piece, but we will grab the Berserker's chest to get that one away from completion. We're getting close. I didn't grab anything else there because we're already, like, we're juggling a lot of sets to try to complete. Man, that is incredibly poor luck that we didn't get the Stormguard set. Like, that would totally transform this run into a thing of true beauty. Because we're not getting hit that much anyway, but the occasional hit we're taking would completely disappear, which would be incredibly strong. Oh man, okay, attack damage and cooldown reduction are 2 things that we are desperately thirsty for in this run, so we're going to grab both of those. Getting our cooldown multiplier a little bit better is going to help us out, because now, instead of stunning every 6 seconds, we can do it every 4.3 with each of these abilities. This one is 1.8, this one's 1.2, so we can keep things stunned for a hugely larger proportion of the time. That was not a good sentence, but you know, what are you gonna do? How did he get immune to stun so fast? Oh god. Okay. It's not... Oh my god. Oh no. I hate this boss, by the way. But we need to be several times more cautious here. I need to pay attention to when this guy is stun immune so that I don't, like, go balls deep and then fuck up. Oh no, he's stun immune right now. God damn it. Okay. Alright. It's the worst possible times for him to go stun immune, where suddenly I just, like, can't possibly prevent myself from taking damage. Okay, we're gonna drink up. Proctus. You know, Proctus is fine. Halaran is better. We're gonna kill the Proctus altar, get ourselves one away from the favor of Halaran. Oh no. Okay, apparently, even though you're invincible, when you do this charge attack, you can still get trapped in the traps. So, that's not ideal. There we go. Alright, that was not too bad. We only got hit once by that trap. I'm gonna start being less excited to go to hazard places as the levels take on. That was a poor miss of that one gold guy, but we've got the rest of them so far anyway. Still, that's a big, you know, missing one loses you like 10 gold in addition to, like, oh no. Man, my hook game is totally off. It's been too long since I played. Okay, so, I mean, we could go to this jeweler, but there's not going to be a whole lot for us here. Yeah, we'll grab the Venomancer's Ring, and now every single thing that we could possibly want is going to be from, hey, Halaran, is going to be from the blacksmith. We're not even going to go to jewelers anymore, because it's just going to be a waste of our time. Oh boy. Okay, I need to be a little bit more cautious about this. I just need to focus down one guy. Okay. Every time we kill a dude, this is going to get a lot easier. Alright. Go. Good. Got two at once there. But again, don't really care about doing any kind of AoE damage here. Just want to focus down one dude at a time. So now we're going to start getting free healing, which is great. It doesn't scale that well. Like, it would be better for somebody who has less health because it's a flat amount that he heals, but it's still real nice getting that free little boost. Gosh, what do we want to do here? I think we want to, like, loop around that way kind of and then make our way back to that shop for the boss. Oh no! I got stunned in the laser. That is not what you want. Oh god, what a way to go. I should have just healed. Fuck. Ah, that was really unfortunate. Alright, well, I'm gonna rest my voice. That we got reasonably far there. God, I can't believe that was such a good run. I'm rusty. I threw it. I threw the run. Getting stunned in that laser was an enormous amount of damage. We were moving so slow. That was a difficult engagement. That was 100% my bad. Oof. I had in my head I was doing the last run I was doing where I had the stun that breaks projectiles, so I was kind of like, oh, I'll just, you know, do that, but it was actually my E, not my it was, you know, the E does not break projectiles, so I was just like, oh, how did I get stunned in the laser? Yeah, bad. Anyway, thank you guys for watching another Flamebreak daily. Hopefully I'll get back in practice, though I am going to be less obsessed with this game since I'm going to be playing through Dark Souls 3 and preparing to do a Let's Play on that once I, like, understand it well enough to do a Let's Play and not just wander endlessly in that Let's Play. So, you know, as I usually do for Souls games, it will be more of a polished playthrough. So expect that in the next while, and expect me to keep up with Flamebreak as long as I'm not horribly busy. Unlikely to see anything over the weekend, actually, because I'm going to be pretty busy getting back to work and doing, you know, stuff that didn't get done while I was gone for 10 days. But next week, I'm going to try to start recording again and my voice will have it. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for sticking with me through the long hiatus, and we'll get back to this soon. See you guys next time.